Some major investment banks predict that global economic growth will reach 4% this year, which would be the strongest global growth rate since 2011. And riding on this recovery momentum, the government expects Korea to see growth in the 3% range this year on the back of rising exports and stronger domestic consumption. Here's our Kim Hye-sung with more.
In 2017, strong exports drove South Korea's economic growth. Thanks to a recovering global economy, South Korea's exports hit a record $573.9 billion last year, up 16% on year. The economy is expected to continue its growth momentum and expand by 3% in 2018. On top of this, in 2018, South Korea's gross national income is forecast to surpass the $30,000 mark for the first time in the country's history. But despite the bright outlook, there are still risks and uncertainties. One uncertainty comes from the free trade agreement renegotiations with the U.S. and China, South Korea's top two trading partners. Both are set to kick off this year, with the South Korea-U.S. free trade agreement renegotiations starting this Friday, in which Washington is expected to demand that Seoul further open up its agricultural and manufacturing sectors. Monetary easing in advanced economies, a possible U.S. rate hike, and higher oil prices are some of the other external uncertainties. But for South Korea, the big uncertainty is North Korea. Pyongyang's provocations, like its sixth nuclear test and missile tests, rattled South Korean stocks and currency last year and led to a drop in the number of foreign tourists. On the domestic front, the minimum wage hike could be a double-edged sword. This year, South Korea's minimum wage saw the steepest rise in 17 years, going up by 16% to $7. This could help raise domestic consumption, but it could also negatively affect hiring among small and mid-sized companies, while a higher corporate tax rate of 25% could dampen big companies' investment. Overall, South Korea's economic outlook for the upcoming year looks positive, but there are still a number of external and internal risks that will require well-coordinated monetary and fiscal policies in 2018. Kim Hye-sung, Arirang News.